I'm going to correct myself. It's not very often I take back an opinion, but I'm gonna take back an opinion. If you look very, very early on in this channel to the depths of Tate speech, I think one of my earliest 10 Tate speeches was how God is not real. And I sat there and I explained how God's not real and don't believe in God and I'm an atheist and blah, blah, blah.
It's actually difficult to prove gravity, let alone God, which doesn't exist. You can't prove something that isn't there.
But I want to change teams because I'm looking at these atheists and they're all just dorks or just nerds or, I mean, Christians are nerds too. It's hard. But all the complete degeneracy you see in the world nowadays is done in the name of atheism, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think that some basic things like family, man, woman, children, etc., that only seems to be the religious people. Only religious people are propagating these ideals. Whereas the atheists are propagating insanity. Like, this gender fluid, crazy, pedophilia as a sexual orientation, just madness. So I don't want to be an atheist anymore. I look what the atheists are doing and they've just gone nuts. And the truth is that most people are not smart enough to be an atheist. Because as an atheist, what I did is I made myself the center of my universe. But most people are not intelligent enough or capable enough to do that. Most people are so unremarkable, they cannot make themselves the center of their own universe because there's nothing interesting about them. So they have to find meaning elsewhere. And if they don't find meaning elsewhere with God, they end up signing up to a new religion, which is liberalism or leftism or wokeness. So people are always religious to something. And it turns out being religious to God is far better than being religious to any of the other options out there. All the other options on the table that society provides are terrible. So I've decided I no longer want to be an atheist. I'm going to start believing in God. Because if God keeps society together, even if God's not real, if enough people believe in a thing which makes society better, if enough people believe in a God which makes society, which is a net positive for society, then God in some form exists, doesn't he? So even if it's just the idea of him existing makes him semi-real. So I now believe in God.